The Jungle Book, Tiger Tiger, Conclusion. And I'm here with the third and final part of Tiger Tiger from the Jungle Book. A woman, it was Mesua, ran across to the herd and cried, "Oh, my son, my son! They say thou art a sorcerer who can turn himself into a beast at will. I do not believe. But go away, or they will kill thee. Buldeo says thou art a wizard. But I know thou hast avenged Nathu's death." "Come back, Mesua!" shouted the crowd. "Come back, or we will stone thee!" Mowgli laughed a little short, ugly laugh, for a stone had hit him in the mouth. "Run back, Mesua. This is one of the foolish tales they tell under the big tree at dusk. I have at least paid for thy son's life. Farewell, and run quickly, for I shall send the herd in more swiftly than their brickbats. I am no wizard, Mesua. Farewell." "Now once more, Akela!" he cried. "Bring the herd in!" The buffaloes were anxious enough to get to the village. They hardly needed Akela's yell, but charged through the gates like a whirlwind, scattering the crowd right and left. "Keep count!" shouted Mowgli scornfully. "It may be that I have stolen one of them. Keep count, for I will do your herding no more. Fare you well, children of men, and thank Mesua that I do not come in with my wolves and hunt you up and down your street." He turned on his heel and walked away with the lone wolf, and as he looked up at the stars, he felt happy. "No more sleeping in traps for me, Akela. Let us get Shere Khan's skin and go away. No, we will not hurt the village, for Mesua was kind to me." When the moon rose over the plain, making it look all milky, the horrified villagers saw Mowgli, with 2 wolves at his heels and a bundle on his head, trotting across at the steady wolf's trot that eats up the long miles like fire. Then they banged the temple bells and blew the conches louder than ever, and Mesua cried, and Buldeo embroidered the story of his adventures in the jungle till he ended by saying that Akela stood up on his hind legs and talked like a man. The moon was just going down when Mowgli and the 2 wolves came to the hill of the Council Rock, and they stopped at Mother Wolf's cave. "They have cast me out from the man-pack, Mother," shouted Mowgli. "But I come with the hide of Shere Khan to keep my word." Mother Wolf walked stiffly from the cave, with the cubs behind her, and her eyes glowed as she saw the skin. "I told him on that day when he crammed his head and shoulders into this cave, hunting for thy life, little frog. I told him that the hunter would be the hunted. It is well done." "Little brother, it is well done," said a deep voice in the thicket. "We were lonely in the jungle without thee." And Bagheera came running to Mowgli's bare feet. They clambered up the Council Rock together, and Mowgli spread the skin out on the flat stone where Akela used to sit, and pegged it down with 4 slivers of bamboo. And Akela lay down upon it and called the old call to the council. "Look, look well, O wolves!" Exactly as he had called when Mowgli was first brought there. Ever since Akela had been deposed, the pack had been without a leader, hunting and fighting at their own pleasure. But they answered the call from habit, and some of them were lame from the traps they had fallen into, and some limped from shot wounds, and some were mangy from eating bad food, and many were missing. But they came to the Council Rock, all that were left of them, and saw Shere Khan's striped hide on the rock, and the huge claws dangling at the end of the empty dangling feet. It was then that Mowgli made up a song that came up into his throat all by itself, and he shouted it aloud, leaping up and down on the rattling skin, and beating time with his heels till he had no more breath left, while Grey Brother and Akela howled between the verses. "Look well, O wolves! Have I kept my word?" said Mowgli, and the wolves bayed, "Yes!" And one tattered wolf howled, "Lead us again, O Akela! Lead us again, O man cub! For we be sick of this lawlessness, and we would be the free people once more." "Nay," purred Bagheera, "that may not be. When ye are full fed, the madness may come upon you again. Not for nothing are ye called the free people. Ye fought for freedom, and it is yours. Eat it, O wolves." "Man Pack and Wolf Pack have cast me out," said Mowgli. "Now I will hunt alone in the jungle." "And we will hunt with thee," said the 4 cubs. So Mowgli went away and hunted with the 4 cubs in the jungle from that day on. But he was not always alone, because years afterward, he became a man and married. But that is a story for grown-ups. And that was the 3rd and final part of Tiger Tiger from the Jungle Book.